In our latest video, we head to Pamukkale in Turkey to check out the ancient Roman city of Hierapolis, Cleopatra's antique pools, and what's all the hype about Pamukkale's travertines. So grab your coffee and bagel, hit the subscribe button, and enjoy. Today we're in Pamukkale, if I'm saying it right, Pamukkale. We're here to check out those terraced pools that you see on Instagram. I actually haven't even seen them on Instagram, but they're nice and clear and impressive and Instagrammable apparently. So we're going to see what all the fuss is about.
We don't care about the Instagram side of it.
No, I know, but we'll see what the hype is. But more interestingly, we're at Hierapolis, ancient ruins of Pamukkale.
They're Greek ruins. But then there was an earthquake. I don't know what year there was an earthquake.
This is the introduction to the video. Oh. Like, we can't just give them...
I just wanted to tell you that...
And also we're going to check out Cleopatra's pool, which I'm most excited about actually, because you can swim in amongst the Roman ruins. And as we all know, Cleopatra was a historical hottie. And that's where she used to bathe.
A historical hottie.
Bathe her body. So what are you excited about, Becky?
I'm actually excited about these ruins. I think they're pretty cool. I'm slightly worried that by the time we get to Cotton Castle and Cleopatra's pools, it'll be full of people.
So let's see what the hype is about. And why am I facing the camera to us? You guys want to see what's going on? Out of here. Give him a fry.
Yeah.
Wow!
See how fast that moves?
I don't even know where he went.
He went in his hole. In there. There he is. There.
Oh, he was fast. Where'd he go?
Can you see
I've
him?
lost him with the camera. Oh, in there.
Yeah. He's so fast.
Don't touch the miniature guy with a helmet on.
Sacred city.
Oh, a sacred city. That's the best kind of city.
Did you know that we are on an earthquake belt? And that's why this city was built by the Greeks. But then there was an earthquake which almost thoroughly destroyed it and was rebuilt by the Romans.
Someone special died here. Not died. Are we just in one big cemetery?
This is a city, so you might be in the cemetery part.
I think we must be in the cemetery part of the city because there's tombs everywhere.
Amazing tombs. So now, what we're looking at is very typical Roman architecture. But this is not how it looked when it was first built. The importance of this city is that it was a center for Christianity since the 4th century, and that possibly, most likely, the Apostle Philip was killed here in 80 AD. I thought that was, I don't know if you can climb on them. I feel like that could be a bit disrespectful.
No, I don't think you can. I think in the picture it was that one. So I just stopped for a second so that we can focus on the bird sounds. And I've just saw a lizard, but I'll wait for a second. Oh, he's gone. No, he's still in there. But he's trying to get in as far as he can. Can you see him? No. In that crack.
Oh, there. Oh, Jamie,
So we're looking at a special tomb.
So it's from the second half of the 2nd century, but on that top part, you see the rectangle that's crumpled. On that are inscriptions about what happens to the people who violate this tomb.
So this tomb is cursed. Go ahead, tell us what the violation
So it says it invokes diseases, misfortunes, and punishments in the next world.
Ooh.
Yeah. Plus, it says there's fines.
Do you get any inflictions in this world? Oh,
Just
fines,
says
I guess.
Yeah.
I got a fine once.
These inscriptions have led to this tomb being called the Tomb of the Curses.
Becky's pushing her luck now. She's touching the cursed tomb.
This is incredible. Yes, this is more than 2,000 years old.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, that's nice. Look at that.
And you know what's incredible is how cool it is in the shade.
Yeah, it's very nice in the shade. The reason that we've got this whole place to ourselves today is because we've come in before peak season. So it's the first week of June, second week of June. And also, most people just walk up from the little village of Pamukkale past those terraced water pools, the puddles. But if you catch a bus, which is only like 10 bucks, no, it's only like $1. $1 from the township to the north gate, then you start here when no one is. At least we started at 8 a.m. so.
And it's now 9:30 and we've only seen 2 other groups of people and they've basically just been walking quickly to the terraces. They haven't been exploring this, which I think is a missed opportunity.
Yeah, so
This
we've
is
got it all
awesome.
to ourselves, which is very cool. And I properly expected just crowds on crowds on crowds because we just came from Istanbul, which was insane. And it's just us. It's so nice. And the fact that we can just listen to the birds while we walk through the ancient ruins is
Awesome.
special.
Yeah.
So far, I mean, we've only been walking for 5 minutes and it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Turns out we were in the tombs back there and now we're heading out into the actual city itself, which is already quite spectacular. Becky's going ahead of me. Tired of me videoing everything. Whoa, nice arches. That sounds naughty, doesn't it? Oh, damn girl. How you doing? You got some nice arches. Why did I get Mexican? So this right here is the Basilica Baths, right? So this is where they'd bathe, get all the town gossip and all that jazz.
They would enter from this way and then they would come here to the Basilica Bath, and it was the tradition of purification and cleaning before entering the city.
Okay.
Or they would possibly not be accepted into the city.
So the tomb's over there, and then you come into the baths to get cleansed, and then you go into the city, or is it just everyone coming into the city?
Sorry, I wasn't listening to you. I was reading the last little bit.
So is it getting cleansed from the tombs or getting cleansed just to come into the city?
This is the outskirts of the city,
Okay.
right? So you've come from the outskirts, and before you enter the city, you would wash and clean yourself to make sure that you were entering the city in a proper manner.
That is.
And it said it was a tradition that also was against protecting against epidemics.
Oh,
It
look at
makes
that.
sense. It's just being clean. You've come from the dirt and the dust. You want to be clean before you go in there.
Yeah. Wear your town suit. According to the sign here, back in the day, it would have gone about this high. Huge and very impressive. We've just been talking about the ridiculously cheap public transport in Turkey, and so we thought we'd tell you with this killer backdrop right here. So to get from Istanbul to this city, which is at least 6 hours away, between 6 and 8 hours away by train, you take 2 trains. The first one was 90 lira, less than 10 US dollars. The second one, the long one, was 80 lira, which is once again less than 10 US dollars. Make sure to bring food though, because there's no food on board.
And water, food and water.
And then when you get to this city here, what's the city called?
Pamukkale,
No, the city?
Denizli.
So Denizli, something like that.
Basically, I just want to say, we sort of make up names for cities. We look at it, not sure how to pronounce it, and create our own name.
So look it up.
Denizli.
So if you took a taxi from Denizli to Pamukkale in Australia, it would cost about $80 Australian, I would say. It's a good 20-minute ride, and it costs less than $1, less than $1 Australian dollar to get from that city to the village here of Pamukkale.
And it's taking what we would call a minibus, a shuttle bus. In Turkey it's called the dolmus, I think. I'm so worried about saying things on here like someone's going to be, you idiot, that's not what it's called. But I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
The point is cheap public transport.
Yeah, and not just that, but regular too.
Yeah.
So during like 9 till 7, it goes every 20 minutes, and then after that it goes every half hour up until I think 11 p.m. he said was the last bus to get from Denizli to Pamukkale.
And it's comfortable and quite relaxed, as in if you want to get off at a place where there is not really a stop, just ask and they'll drop you off.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same if you wave to them and you're not at a stop, they'll stop for you.
And you just pay the bus driver as you're getting off. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, and then when you're here in Pamukkale, the same thing, you can get those dolmuses up to the different entrances. So we got one up to the north gate, but you can do the same thing to the central gate. However, the south gate is only accessible by taxi.
I would have got here even earlier, as soon as it opened, because
Jesse, look where we've walked
the
to.
crowds started to come. We've painted ourselves into a corner. There's also scooters that you can hire, like 4-seater scooters for $30. 30 Australian dollars, 30 lev.
We're
15 American dollars.
Aussie dollars to lever to lira.
Yeah, sorry. I'm picking up the pace a little bit. Becky too. But it's for my sake. We've got some time restraints on us today. The State of Origin, Game 1, 2022, starts at 1:10 our time. So we have to get through all of this by 1:10. Becky's not really happy about leaving all of this for a football game, but she's doing it for me, so that's very nice. Watching State of Origin in the middle of Turkey. After the ancient city, we headed to Cleopatra's pool, and though it is an amazing place where history meets nature, the magic was somewhat tainted by the crowds and the canteen. Our final stop was the travertines, so let's hit up a little B-roll before our impressions and the wrap-up.
You felt it? Very nice.
You mean the cold, or?
Yeah, and I kind of like this, not the slime, but the mud.
What? You're a strange girl, Becky.
I like this.
You're a weirdo. Now, Becky, time for Becky's impressions. I feel like we should have a bit of jazz music there. Time for... Not sure if that was jazz. That's Becky's theme song. Welcome to Becky's impressions.
Ta-da!
Oh, it's gotten a little longer now.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with the beginning. The city, the
Hierapolis.
Hierapolis. Go.
Hierapolis.
Go for it.
I think that is actually the best out of all three features of Pamukkale. That is what you should spend the most time on and start your day at.
I feel like I come across as bossy to you
Very bossy.
on camera.
And in real life, it's exactly the same.
It's not true.
Exactly.
I'm a new age man. Anyway.
Yeah, and I would actually say we think that.
No. Wait. That's for the end. Or maybe I am a little bossy. Okay.
A little.
So
You should hear
I
him
feel like
directing
you should
me.
have more impressions on.
To be honest, I'm hungry now and I'm thirsty.
All right, we'll
So-
keep the impressions short then.
Yeah.
Your impressions of Cleopatra's pool. I don't really know what its name is, but go for it.
Yeah, it's Cleopatra's pool. I think because you've made the effort to come here, you've walked through the city ruins, that you should have a swim. Yes, there's a lot of people around, but you can still appreciate it for what it is. You spend 20 minutes or so in the pool. It's amazingly clear. You feel very refreshed when you come out, so it's worth it.
Now, my impressions of Cleopatra's pool is that it's super awesome. You're swimming over pillars, ancient Roman pillars.
Columns.
Yeah, columns, pillars. But the downside is the crowds make it feel very much just like a public pool, a public swimming pool.
Yes.
And then beside it, you have the canteens, which make it feel even more like a public swimming pool.
Yeah.
Some interesting facts though, when you go underwater, it burns your eyes real quick, which I found just interesting and kind of novelty. What else?
Well, just some things to add is that you can't bring any cameras, phones, recording devices whatsoever into the pool. We're not sure whether you can bring goggles, because that would be interesting, is if you could see underwater.
And it was like a warm bath, between
Yes.
a warm and a hot bath.
Yeah.
And then the prices of the cafe is cheaper than McDonald's, but definitely tourist prices when it comes to Turkey. But if you're coming from the euro, if you're coming from American dollars, you're going to be happy with the prices anyway. And our final impressions of the, what did you call it? The travertine. That sounds like a modern day escalator or something, the travertines. I've been calling it the terraced puddles, the terraced pools.
I sort of think that works too. Jesse, they have
Whoa.
ramen.
Cool. Maybe we'll come back for dinner. So we're walking through the tourist village, I guess, of Pamukkale now. All right, so the terraces, Becky, what's your impressions?
Okay, so if you're coming from the top is the Cleopatra pools and you come down, they are packed full of people. And it's worth walking down to about halfway or the bottom third to actually get a better impression of what the terraces are like. Because from the top, it's just people everywhere.
Yeah, they're all right, but I think that you could miss them. So,
But you're not going to miss them because you've come all
Yeah.
of the way here. So given that you're here, they are worth seeing.
now we're in quite the rush because footy starts in 10 minutes, state of origin, and we need to walk back to our hotel. But we do have a plan of attack that can't go wrong if you're going to Pamukkale. So we'll let you in on that soon.
Bit of luck with the knock on. With Joey Marlowe, there was a forward pass off the scrum, so it normally levels itself out.